welcome to MotorBeam. In today's video, we are talking about the Dominar 400, which started the sport touring kind of a category, the Honda CB350 RS, which is one of the most liked Hondas, the Triumph Speed 400, one of the most anticipated 400s, and the Hunter 350, which is one of the most value for money Royal Enfield motorcycle you can buy in India. Now these four motorcycles are here in a comparison test, and yes, the champ over here is going to be the Triumph because that offers a lot more and everybody wants to know which one is better. So let's do a quick comparison from Triumph against all the other three in today's video. Before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Now styling is something that is very subjective to your liking. However, you can see a dominance right over here where the classic retro design is being focused a lot more, but the Dominar is standing solo right over there. However, if you look at the sizes, if you compare them, the Dominar is very big, it's sizable, it's not really very big, but it is spacious enough for two heavy adults too. CB350 is decent, little bit smaller is the Triumph, and even tighter is the Royal Enfield Hunter. So overall dimensions too, it's right now in a ascending format, ascending, descending, whichever you like it. Camera mein kaise dikh raha hai mujhe pata nahi, but yeah, you understand my point, right? Let's talk about features that you get in each and every motorcycle. The closest motorcycles to me, the Triumph and the Honda, give you traction control. Now that is not there in the Dominar or either the Hunter. However, the Dominar is the only motorcycle that gets a touring setup, that you get an extra visor, you get knuckle guards, there's a backrest, plus the grab rail also is more purposeful. Overall motorcycle over here is more set up towards a particular duty, and that is to go touring. Adding more to the odd man out category, the CB350 RS is the only motorcycle here which gets a 19-inch front and a 15-litre fuel tank, while all the other three motorcycles get 17 inches on both the ends and a 30-litre fuel tank. None of the four motorcycles give you Bluetooth connectivity or any such options. However, in the Hunter, a specific variant, you can get the tripper meter where you can see the navigation data, but that's about it. The motorcycle I have with me does not have the tripper meter, and yes, it is a little bit less costly because of that. The Speed and Dominar both get USD forks. That is a nice touch. However, both the other motorcycles give you telescopic suspension. However, both of them get gaiters, so this is nice so that it saves the suspension if there is too much muck or any dirty stuff going around. As I walk back, I can see that the Triumph is the only motorcycle here that gets the chain on the right side, while the other three get them on the standard left side. The Dominar, the RS and the Speed get LED indicators as standard. However, the motorcycle that you see, the Hunter over here, is an accessorized version, so you can get LED indicators, but as standard you get halogen indicators as well as a halogen headlight setup. The other three again get LED headlights as standard. Let's hear the exhaust note of all the four motorcycles and you guys tell me which one sounds better. This is the Hunter 350. This is the Triumph Speed 400. This is the CB350 RS. And this is the Dominar 400. Which one sounds better? According to your choice, let me know in the comments below. Yeah. All the three classic retro motorcycles give you an analog digital cluster. मतलब analog भी है, digital section भी है. लेकिन Dominar is the only one जहाँ पे you get a complete digital section, and it not gets just one but two digital sections. तो नीचे वाले में you get a lot of other data like the trip meter, odometer and all of that. Top वाले में you get the dynamic fuel efficiency, standard fuel efficiency, service reminder, tachometer, speedometer, all of that. All the three motorcycles have an analog speedo, which is something that is okay for the Hunter and the Highness, but it seems a little off for the Triumph because the tachometer is digital, and at times when you try to see that if you are revving it hard, you look at the analog meter and that seems a little bit awkward. However, you get a decent amount of information from the Triumph, and I actually like the meter of the Triumph Speed 400 because it is nice and readable. Same for the RS, it is a little too small, and that for the Hunter, it's just a single unit, not too much information to offer. The heart of the matter, the motor over here. The motorcycles on my left are air cooled, the motorcycles on my right are liquid cooled. Both the set is completely different. Hunter is a 350, RS is a 350. The Triumph is a 400, the Dominar is also a 400, not really a 400 but almost a 373. Power and torque difference, there's quite a lot too. The Hunter produces close to 20 bhp of power and 27 Nm of torque. The RS produces close to 20 bhp of power, that is the same, but almost 30 Nm of torque. Dominar produces 39 bhp of power and 35 Nm of torque, while the same for the Speed 400 is 39.5 bhp and 37 Nm of torque. So yes, the Speed is the fastest over here, and that's because the weight of the Speed 400 is the lightest. It is at 176 kgs, while Dominar is the heaviest at 193 kgs. The RS and the Hunter both weigh almost same, close to 181 kgs. Yes, both the 350s are long stroke and a little bit slow revving compared to the other two motorcycles, but then again the RS revs quite nicely and it is a little bit quicker as compared to that of the Hunter. Then comes the Dominar 400, which has a higher top speed, but then again the overall balance of engine with a very strong mid-range, the Triumph wins it right here. The best low end right over here is from the Hunter. So if you're just riding in the city, the Hunter will be the best motorcycle you can buy in the market right now. The CB350 RS has a good mid-range and a decent top end too, and same is the case for the Triumph as well. So both these motorcycles can be ridden in the city as well as the highway. Dominar, for that matter, in the city will be a little bit difficult because low end is not as sharp, mid-range is decent, and the top end is very open. So if you rev it, the Dominar enjoys its motor being revved. However, it is not the most powerful, but then again it is made for highway duties and straight line stability. Looking at the ergonomic triangle of all the motorcycles, the Hunter has a seat height of 800 mm. The foot peg is quite close to me. It is a tight structure, and overall the motorcycle is also quite tight. Right now the handlebar is quite close. You can see that my arms are folding. These mirrors are accessories. These are not standard, so bar end nahi milega, but you can add them. Space for pillion hai ki nahi? Let's check it out. Aa jao.
Seat looks small, but है यार, जगह है अच्छा खासा.
Decent जगह है.
Yes, yes.
And
comfortable भी है.
पैर लग रहे हैं हम दोनों के? Not really.
Not really.
ठीक है. So there is good enough space for the rider as well as the pillion.
Even the grabber is quite handy.
Okay.
Done.
Yes. Time for the other bike. Now this is a CB350 RS. I can notice one thing, that my arms are stretched out. Here the difference is similar, but the riding structure is a little more comfortable, little more calm, little more spacious. The seat height is the same at 800 mm. What about the pillion? Aja Vivek. यहाँ पे you can see there's a seat accessory that's there. Accessory मतलब जो back support है. हाँ, that's an accessory that you do not get. कैसा है space?
Space तो है, but seat quite hard है compared to the Hunter.
Okay, and
pegs are quite decent. पैर लग नहीं रहे.
And space, actually space better है. यहाँ पे देखना जगह है. हाँ, तो rider can pillion के बीच में space है. This bike is more spacious, as I said earlier. Little more suited towards touring or going the distance. Next bike.
Yes.
As I sit on the Triumph, I can feel that the pegs are quite close to my leg. तो ट्रैफिक में अगर आगे पीछे करना है तो this might be a little bit of a problem, not much, but then again the structure is very similar to that of the Hunter. Little bit calmer. Seat height is at 790. I'm flat footing. Little bit, my knee is also bending. What about the pillion? Aja Vivek. Super duper close.
Yes.
एंड यहाँ पे एक दो
नॉट पॉसिबल.
हाँ, यहाँ पे दोनों का लेग इट्स गोना टच, तो पिलियन के लिए ये थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. दिस आई कैन नॉट से इट्स अ डिज़ाइन फ्लॉ, बट दिस इज समथिंग दैट माइट बॉदर. थोड़ा पिलियन को थोड़ा काम रखने के लिए एंड राइडर को थोड़ा एग्रेसिव रखने के लिए. यू कैन सी सेंटर सेट, तो यहाँ पे इट माइट बी अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ अ डिफिकल्टी इफ यू हैव अ बिगर पिलियन, हैवी पिलियन.
यस, एंड ऑल्सो टॉक अबाउट द ग्रैब्स. हंटर पे ईजी है, वेयर इज इन द ट्रायम्फ यू हैव टू ग्रैब द टैंक
और द राइडर.
यस,
यहाँ पे ग्रैब रेल्स आर नॉट दैट यूजफुल. ठीक है, नॉट फॉर पिलियन बट राइडर के लिए वेरी गुड.
यस.
नेक्स्ट बाइक. नाउ दैट आई सैट ऑन द Dominar, I can feel one thing, that the suspension is a lot more softer. It's a lot more better over here. Rider के लिए there's ample room. So if you're a tall rider, bigger rider, you won't have any problems. Vision is quite nice, लेकिन ये visor भी आ रहा है. Mirror is also quite high, and I can feel a lot of my vision being occupied by the body itself. Triangle is decent. It is not really center set, little bit front set, तो थोड़ा comfortable है यहाँ पे. What about the pillion? Is it good or not? Let's see. है ना, तो सीट तो बड़ा है, जगह है, थोड़ा सीट
है पर हार्ड है.
हाँ, एंड देयर इज वन मोर थिंग, बैक रेस्ट स्टैंडर्ड है इसमें.
ये स्टैंडर्ड है.
हाँ, स्टैंडर्ड है.
This is a plus point.
हाँ तो है ना.
Yes.
तो टूरिंग के लिए if you are going to have a pillion almost all the time, that Dominar precedes over all the other three right now.
Definitely.
Next test. As we saw in the ergonomics, if you are a heavy pillion, if you are something tall, if you want something big, both the Hunter and the Triumph will be feeling a little bit cramped. The RS and Dominar are spacious enough to take in your luggage as well, and if you are a bigger rider or if you have a bigger pillion, both do it quite nicely. So if touring duties is your priority, the RS from the 350s and Dominar from the 400 should be your pick. All the four motorcycles get MRF tires as standard. However, there is an option of getting Apollos if your luck by chance happens, because यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा फिक्स नहीं है. whichever model you get, it can come with Apollos or MRF. तो Triumph में there is a good chance of whatever tire you get might be up to your luck. However, all the motorcycles get a 110 section tire front. This one, the RS, only gets a 100 section because it gets a 19-incher alloy at the front. It is quite nice, and it is the only motorcycle with a dual pattern rubber. The Hunter on the other end gets a 140 section rubber at the rear. However, all the three motorcycles get a 150 section tire, and the one on the RS, it's the thickest I've seen till date. Let's hear which motorcycle is a bit more horny. Not really horny as such, but which is louder in terms of horn. This is from the Dominar. This is from the Speed. This is quite loud compared to that of the Dominar. Let's hear from the RS and the Hunter. Decent. Okay, this is one of the bassiest horn I've heard on the Hunter, and I suppose it's because of the rain it's not sounding as good. It's not too bad either. As I said earlier that the RS and Dominar are more focused towards touring, you can see that the owners of these motorcycles have put these extra auxiliary lights on both of their motorcycles. However, the same case for the Hunter or the Speed. If your duties are going to be around the city only most of the times, or occasional highway runs, that is where both these motorcycles make sense. The RS is actually quite a nice motorcycle for city duties too, and going touring as well, it is not too bad either. You can actually go touring on the Speed, but that is something that the Scrambler 400, which is going to come in the next few months, will make more sense. In today's video, it's more like Triumph versus the Dominar, Triumph versus the RS, Triumph versus the Hunter, and Triumph being the champ over here. So as a verdict, I should actually go ahead and say this, that Triumph is one of the motorcycles for the value for money market that takes over everything, has decent performance, and if you are out in the market to get yourself a 400, Bajaj with Triumph have done their pricing right, and this one comes at an on-road cost of 2,74,000, which is a brilliant number. Little more if you pay, say close to 2,80,000, you can get the Dominar, which makes more sense if you want to go touring. If you are a big guy, if you want something that is from the Honda's reliability, the CB350 RS is also a very good option. But then again, the value for money tag is actually taken up by the Hunter, because that one is exactly 2,12,000 on road Mumbai for the top end variant, and you get everything that you ask from it. There are some gripes like the motorcycle is a little too small. It is from the Royal Enfield category. There are people who don't like Royal Enfields, but they want a retro classic motorcycle. So yeah, they can shy away from it, but the Hunter makes a lot of sense. Winner in today's category is actually your choice, your purpose. Hunter makes a lot of sense for city duties. If you want a Royal Enfield just to get around, be it your first Royal Enfield, that makes sense. A Honda that does the duty of looking like a classic but is a fast motorcycle, decent enough, the RS is a very good option. Speed 400 is the winner, clear winner right over here, but touring duties can be a little bit of problem, and pillion ke liye bhi there's not much space. Dominar is a solution right there for that. People might say that Dominar ka engine and iska engine might be similar, but all of that, but nahi, it's everything different. The base they started off with is the same because the bore size is the same, but that's it. Everything else in both these motorcycles is quite different, and in today's video, that is what the verdict has come down to. It's your choice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you still have any confusions going around, hit me up on Instagram. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to answer all your problems as easily, as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.